Right, everybody, it's the latest Manchester United news. We'll be talking about Ousmane Diomande links, the latest on the left-back situation, YORO potentially returning, and much, much more. But in this video, we're gonna start off by talking about the left-back situation now. Instead, the club's exploring options like Bournemouth, Milos Kerkez, given uncertainty around Luke Shaw and Terrell Malacia. There's also a big update. Other names are being looked at as potential left wing-back signing, not just Milos Kerkez and Alphonso Davies. A left wing back is our priority for Manchester United next summer. Amorim wants a top left-footed player for that role. They will for sure do something there if they continue to show an interest in Milos Kerkez. That's from Fabrizio Romano. So listen, it's obvious United are interested in a left wing back. We can't rely on Shaw and Malacia to to play games for Manchester United. Yes, they are very good players, and Shaw's obviously a great servant to the club, and you'll probably see him playing in that left centre back role. But ultimately, you can't rely on players who are injured, and the best ability is obviously availability, and Shaw and Malacia can't really offer that. Now, Malacia's situation is different. He's come back from a big injury. We're hoping he can play constant again, but with Shaw, he's had constant reoccurring injuries, which massively have affected the way that he's played and his performances in the Manchester United shirt, which ultimately has had a negative impact on him. Now, Shaw, I think, is a decent player, but again, there's definitely very good left backs out there. Now, Milos Kerkez, he's young, he's an up and coming fullback. He plays at Bournemouth, very, very good attacking, decent defensively as well, can get up and down the pitch, plays a very intense system for Bournemouth, and I think he will be a decent player. Now, there's obviously other left backs we can bring in. Diomande, Theo Hernandez is someone, sorry, not Diomande, Alphonso Davies. Theo Hernandez is always someone who's talked about, like Gutierrez. There is options out there, Nuri as well. Like, it'd be interesting to see United will get, but the obvious thing is Amorim does want a left back, and that's, or left wing back. That's something I don't think United should have addressed last summer, which they didn't, which was weird for me. I think a left back was obviously an issue that needed to be solved for Manchester United, and I simply just don't know why we didn't solve it. I think that massively would have helped our performance. Playing Delo, playing Mazraoui, even Evans, Martinez, this wasn't a good at having a natural left back. And that's something Amorim has obviously identified, and obviously being a key part of his system and coming in, which you would assume the right-hand side will be full of wingers then, if you think about it, if you want a natural left-footed left back, unless, like, you're assuming the right wing back, who typically is the winger, would be an Ahmad, maybe an Anthony. Delo Mazraoui can obviously play there, but that's what I'm just thinking. But yeah, that's that. The left back situation, United continue to hunt. Now, this is coming in from Metro. Sporting defender Ousmane Diomande has spoken with Manchester United Ruben Amorim about reuniting with him at Old Trafford. Again, he was a player we were linked to way before Amorim came in. I think he is relatively young, and plays in that central centre-back, and obviously I think we are in need of a centre-back. We've seen United being linked to a few centre-backs over the last couple of days. Jared Brantwaite, obviously Konate coming through. Now, Ousmane Diomande, there definitely are left centre-backs out there, and I do think we need one. With Maguire, Lindelof, Evans, as I talk about almost every video, contracts are expiring soon. You're going to need a centre-back to come in, and I think Diomande has those qualities to be a top-class quality Manchester United defender, and someone that we do certainly need. Again, he's a player that we will be linked to, obviously, with Amorim coming in. Listen, he is a good player, good centre-back, ball playing. I think he is left-footed, very, very good, holds the line, a communicator, and a very good central centre-back that we need. And I think we do need defensive depth. That's obvious. United are obviously talking about a centre-back coming in to the team, and I think Diomande does have the qualities and certainly does have the ability to become a world-class player for Manchester United. You look at where he's slotting to the team. Amorim's obviously assessing the squad, looking at which options can come into the team. He's obviously identified left wing-back. That's where most of the stories are coming from at the minute. Centre-back's obviously one. I think the forward line's definitely one. Then midfield, we're alright. You know, we've got Kobbie Mainoo, Mount, Ugarte, Casemiro, Bruno, Eriksson. But again, maybe in the summer we will need more midfielders. But again, Amorim, with the limited budget, he may be focused on utilising the youth, and that's something that we'll have to wait and see. But on Diomande, again, a very, very good player, someone who I think has potential to be a great United centre-back. He has all the personal assets, all the traits to be a top-class quality Manchester United player. But let me know your thoughts on him. Would you like him to join Manchester United? Now, the next thing I want to talk about Sekou Kone, and I'm going to finish off by talking about Kolo Muani and YORO. So, Manchester United unlikely to pursue Kolo Muani as Ruben Amorim aims to avoid past transfer mistakes, like signing out of form players. So, listen, that deal looks off. Obviously, Muani's been the player we've been linked to previously. I don't think he is good enough for Manchester United. And then we can do better than that. I think we're looking for an elite forward who can get you 20 to 25 goals. Yes, I do think we will need a winger at some point, but I don't think that would be a huge priority right now. I think for those inside forwards, we have got a lot of good attacking depth. As I said, Bruno, Mount, Ahmad, Rashford, Garnacho, Xerxes can even play there. Ericsson can play in him. People talking about Manu playing in it. There definitely is enough options for that. Now, the next two things I'm going to talk about. Sekou Kone, obviously a couple of weeks ago went off, or if you didn't see it, with an injury in one of the games, I think it was Huddersfield. He could return in, his injury isn't serious, he could return in a matter of weeks, but the club will continue to handle him carefully as he settles in Manchester. Now, Kone is obviously a young 18-year-old that we signed from Africa. I can't remember what team he's playing for, but a very talented prospect and someone who has been talked about with the likes of Obi Martin, with the other players in the academy, of being the next players to come through. He's had a few good games, but again, hopefully he returns from the injury. Obviously, we're keeping an eye on him in the under-18 and the under-16, under-21s when he does play. And the last thing I'm going to talk about, Lenny YORO. Lenny YORO was withdrawn from Manchester United under-21 squad against Altrincham on Tuesday night. YORO is expected to have a key role in Amorim's new setup as United transition to a 3-4-3, and the 19-year-old could make his debut away at Ipswich Town on Sunday. So that's kind of a big update there. Obviously, we'll be previewing in the next couple of days ahead of that game against Ipswich. I think YORO is certainly an interesting prospect, someone who's relatively good on the ball, very suited to this right centre-back role, which we're assuming he will operate in. It'd be so nice to see him. I'm excited to see YORO get some few minutes in a Manchester United shirt. And I think it'd be absolutely great to see he struggled with obviously that big injury, but I do certainly think he can have a big impact on this Manchester United team going forward. As I said, he's young. I think he has the quality and definitely a defender for the future. And I think he was one of those signings, not really a Ten Hag signing, but a signing for the future. But listen, let me know your thoughts. That's been the latest Manchester United news. Sorry it's a bit late, but like, comment and subscribe. We'll be bringing the news and all the content. It's so exciting. We're counting down the days really to Amorim's first training session. First game at Manchester United, and then his game's thick and fast. No international break, obviously, then until March. So there's going to be a lot of games every 3 days almost, and we've got some big games. We've got Arsenal coming up in about 2 weeks. I think we've got obviously Bodo, Glimt, Ipswich, Everton. It's really exciting times, and obviously we'll be bringing you all the content as we go. But thanks for watching. Peace.